Good morning and welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. My name is Mike. It is February the 2nd. It's 11 a.m. and we have a Friday show for you today, which is both relaxing and informative and educational. Big shout out to those in the chat already this morning. Hidden Agendas is here. I believe Mags is here. Miss Slap is here. I hope you're all doing exceptionally well. What we are going to go through today is we're going to try and take ourselves out of the Bitcoin ETF mania today. We are going to look at Bitcoin. We're going to look at the chart. We are going to go back and have a look at Solana. Solana, I think, is going to start to pump very soon. We're going to look at the February unlocks, which tokens are going to be unlocked over the course of February. We're then going to have an airdrop tips section. Now, I made a video last night. I'm going to go through them again when we get to the section, but I want to kind of give you guys an idea of where you can look independently for tips, rather than being reliant on a YouTuber that might be paid to promote an airdrop, or somebody, you know, it's a sea of scams as well. So I'm going to try and give you as much of an indication as to where you can get airdrops from as I can. We're then going to look at Serum City, which is like a metaverse game, I suppose you could call it, for the mutant apes. So we've got a different show today. It's not quite as formal, and the SEC, Gary Gensler and all that kind of stuff. It's quite a relaxed way to finish the week. So before we start, can I please ask you to do a couple of things? Number one, smash the like button. And number two, make sure to follow Crypto Warehouse. We are going to give you all of our links later on. So if you're on Binance, please go and hit the follow button. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe over there. So where are we with the markets? The markets have recovered. We're up nearly 2% over the last 24 hours. Volume is down. Bitcoin dominance hasn't changed since yesterday. ETH dominance hasn't moved either. As you can see, Bitcoin is sitting at $43,000. We keep going above, we keep coming below, and I think overall we're in a good place. We're in the same channel we've been in for a while. We're going to go over that in a minute. But 43,000 is a pretty decent amount at this time. ETH is coming in at $2,300. Again, a decent price for ETH. Over the last 24 hours, Pi and Chainlink have gone up dramatically. What we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to have a look at Chainlink and we're going to have a look at Pi. I got the Pi airdrop some 12 weeks ago. Chainlink I hold in one of my bags. So we're going to go over Pi and Chainlink, explain why they're pumping. I'm a massive fan of Chainlink. CCIP is going to revolutionize Chainlink. Remember, I say all the time, if a coin isn't sexy, if people don't get that sexiness about it, then it doesn't go anywhere. And Chainlink really isn't that sexy, but what it's starting to do now is very sexy. You could say the same thing about Cardano. You could say the same thing about XRP. They're not sexy tokens, but XRP has just... I'm not going to give that away either. We're going to go through that tomorrow as well. But XRP is making big moves, and Cardano this year is going to be connected to Ethereum. Again, we're going to go through that on tomorrow's show, not today. Immutable X is up, Pendle is up, ICP is up, and Jupiter is starting to pump. Remember, Jupiter is the airdrop that I have been talking about since November the 24th. This is a big one. Jupiter is a $1 billion plus project coming in at 846 million. It's grossly undervalued. It powers something like a third of all Solana transactions. It's a giant. I'd like to compare it to Uniswap, but I think it's a bit different in terms of what it's offering. And they have also massive news that came out last night. Meow let it slip. Meow is like the head honcho at Jupiter. big news coming out of Jupiter. In fact, what I will do as one of the X-Files, I will show you what he said last night as a bit of a giveaway. I was going to make a video about it and cover it on the stream tomorrow, but I will show you guys today. So Sats is down, Audi is down, FTX. Remember, FTX is not relaunching. This is a dead token. Please do not buy the FTX token. It is not connected to anything. There is nothing associated with this token. How it can be worth $630 million market cap at this, I have no idea, but don't touch it. Manta is down and a few others. A few questions. So from Mags, what do you think of this correction in altcoins? Was it a good time to accumulate? I said yesterday, if we go back to the top 10s, for example, XRP at 50 cents is a steal. Anything in the red or amber zone of the fib levels for me is a good price to get into something like XRP. Cardano is the same, coming in at 50 cents. If we believe, and I do, that we are going to see multiples in the altcoins, are we going to see 5x's or 10x's? Well, in some instances, I believe that XRP, I think it's going to hit $5. There are people that will tell you it will hit $689, and good for them, but I'm going to be conservative, $5 to $8 for XRP. So if you buy XRP today at 50 cents and it simply does a 10x, it will hit the $5 mark. So you put $1,000 into XRP today, in 2.5 years time, that is going to be worth $10,000, maybe $15,000. So it's a good time to accumulate certain coins. I would be very careful, if we scroll down just a little bit, I'd be very careful about buying into hyped coins at the minute. And there are a few hyped coins. So what I mean by hyped coins is coins that have exceeded expectations and are probably due a retracement. So SUI is up 91% this year. I bought SUI at $1.10 or whatever it was, $1 when it first launched, and it came all the way down to 40 cents. So SUI for me, I think needs a retracement, and this year to date is a good column to use at this stage of the year, because we're only in the second day of February. So you can look back and see what's pumped. Would I buy Pendle, SUI, Ronin, Pythe, Blur, Aster right now? No, I wouldn't. If you go on the other end and you see what's dropped dramatically in the last month and a few days, Filecoin, Algorand, both good projects. What else hasn't pumped? Aave is a good project, the Graph. So yes, buying alt at this stage of the market is a good thing to do. You are going to get people like Ben Cowan telling you that you should be in Bitcoin for the next 18 months. And then when Bitcoin runs up, buy your alts and then follow them up. And I get that strategy, that makes perfect sense. But if I'm talking to people that only look at crypto once a week or once a month or once every 3 months, then that's no use to them, in my opinion, because they're going to miss the top, they're going to miss the bottom, they're going to miss everything. So my advice is simple. Build yourself a diversified bag of coins that you like. Good morning, Kishan. Build a bag of alts which you think will be here in 5 years' time. And I think Algorand will be around. I think Filecoin will be around. I think Aave will still be here. The Graph will still be here. So it's a good time to buy alts that haven't pumped. That's how I would answer that question. Now, we are going to do the X-Files first. But before we do this X-File, I want to show you what Meow said about Jupiter. And this is what I've been saying on the stream now for a good while. So we're going to go that in a second. So the SEC is likely to approve spot Ethereum ETFs on May the 23rd. According to Standard Chartered Bank, I don't think they are. I think it's going to be next year, because Solana isn't Ethereum, Ethereum isn't Cardano, Bitcoin isn't Ethereum. It's apples, pears and bananas. They're all different projects, got to be looked at in a different way. And I don't think Ethereum is going to be approved on May 23rd. If it is, absolutely fantastic. Ethereum might hit $4,000 or $5,000. Great. But don't buy into Ethereum expecting it to happen, because I don't think it is necessarily going to happen today or tomorrow. Now, what I do want to show you is a tweet that I put out here. For 3 days, I've been saying on streams that this would be the apex move for Jupiter Exchange. The closest explanation for my Binance followers: this launch pool will act with actual involvement via the DAO. But more Jup, advise you to do the same, not financial advice. So Meow is the head honcho at Jupiter. When I first started using Jupiter, it was a DEX, but now it has turned into an unrivaled monster. This development is crazy. So by holding Jup and vote for the upcoming DAO's launchpad, each voter would also get an allocation of said will be launched token. Mega max bullish. Jup makes life in crypto so easy. Most of you have got BNB. I imagine most of you have got that in the BNB earn pool, where you're just given tokens. We've seen lots of tokens over the last couple of weeks, especially. I've seen at least 3 or 4. We've seen meme tokens, let's say meme coin. We've seen AI, XAI, I think it's called. We've seen plenty of them. Jupiter is going to have a similar DEX version of Binance, where you, by holding Jup and voting on these coins, you will get free tokens in whatever they decide to launch. If it looks terrible and you vote against it, of course it's not going to be launched. But this is absolutely stratospheric news, because this doesn't happen anywhere. It happens on Binance, it happens on a few other centralized exchanges, but this is the first big decentralized exchange to have a launch pool. Now, clearly they've taken this idea from Binance, and who can blame them? It's a great idea. By holding this token, I imagine you'll be able to stake it, so you'll earn a yield on your Jup token. But in addition, you will get airdrops. So I am going to make a video about this, because it's very important that people understand, if you've got the Jupiter airdrop and you haven't sold it yet, it might be worthwhile holding on to it. And this news hasn't really come out yet. So this is bullish for Jupiter. Very, very bullish. Now we're going to move on and have a quick look at some news about, I think this is Cathie Wood talking about Binance being a financial powerhouse in 2024. Now, if you know, and you've been here before, Cathie Wood, ARK Invest, massively bullish on ARK Invest. Love Cathie Wood. I think she's an amazing ambassador for crypto. Remember, you've got people like Michael Saylor. Michael Saylor is a Bitcoin maxi. He loves his Bitcoin. Bitcoin is digital land. He doesn't even call it digital property. He calls it digital land. He is very blinkered in that approach, that he only sees Bitcoin. That's very dangerous, in my opinion. Cathie Wood is different. She was only 2 weeks ago in an interview said that Solana is going to rip up trees. She's massively bullish on Solana. And I prefer her of anybody that's big in finance. Cathie Wood, for me, is the #1 person. So what she is suggesting here, that Bitcoin should be a 20% portfolio allocation. That's a bit much for me. If I'm investing into stocks and shares and bonds, it's normally 60-40, 60% stocks, 40% bonds. A 20% allocation into Bitcoin is a bit high. I would err on the side of caution and look at maybe 10%. They always advocate that gold should be 5% of your portfolio. So I think if we go along those lines, then Bitcoin being 10% of your portfolio is a little bit more conservative. And but yes, it's going to go up. But she's advising it for people who don't understand the bull and the bear market, the 4-year cycle. We could have a correction in 18 months' time, 24 months' time. So she's not. I wouldn't give this advice to people who are not into crypto, because Bitcoin is so volatile. We could be at $38,000 by next Friday. We could also be at $55,000 by next Friday. And that's, to somebody in their 50s or 60s who's looking at retirement, it's a big gamble to have that kind of volatility in your portfolio. No matter how much we think Bitcoin is going to be the future, you got to remember there's certain people that are heading towards retirement that just don't want that volatility. So the assessment is Bitcoin's remarkable return rate. Over the past 7 years, Bitcoin has yielded an average annual return of 44%. with every other major asset class averaging 5.7%. Bitcoin's resilience during market fluctuations is also a focal point. The flagship cryptocurrency, particularly during the early 2023 collapse of US regional banks, increased by more than 40%. Now, again, there have been other things involved in these increases last year. We know for a fact that BlackRock was buying Bitcoin all last year. That would have led to a price increase all of last year. And remember, BlackRock was buying it for $25,000. It's now $43,000 today. They've already made 60% in a year, and it hasn't even hit the bull run. So looking ahead, the catalysts that we've discussed on this channel before, we've talked about the halving, we've talked about the ETFs, we've talked about elections, we've talked about inflation, we've talked about interest rates. If you're new here, it can get a little bit heavy, so we try and keep it as light as possible. She suggests again that even a 1% allocation would bring Bitcoin's price to $120,000. There are lots of different price targets for Bitcoin. Mine was $105,000 before the ETF. I do think we could look at multiples of that now that we have the ETFs. These figures are grounded in Bitcoin's low 5-year correlation of 0.27 with traditional assets. The report indicates a shifting perception of Bitcoin among institutional investors. This shift is exemplified by changing attitudes of key figures in the finance sector, such as Larry Fink, who began to recognize Bitcoin's potential as a flight to quality. Well, we know now that they've got their ETFs on board, we now know that this is really what they've wanted all along. They bashed crypto, they bashed Bitcoin, they've bashed Binance, they've bashed whoever they can to keep the price as low as possible so they can come in and buy pretty much what they want. Now, very briefly, we're going to look at the Bitcoin chart because we really don't need to look at it every day. But as you can see, we have not moved. We are in this range. We haven't really broken out. We've had a little bit of a dip. So anywhere between 41.5 and about 44.2 is the range we're in. Lots of different people have got lots of different charts, but they're roughly the same price. What was interesting, I watched Ben Cowan this morning before the stream, and he does a fair value, and the fair value is based on put this in here, hang on a second, it doesn't actually go high enough, believe it or not. So his fair value for Bitcoin, according to his figures, is $55,000. He believes we're 28% below the fair value price. Now remember, this isn't something that we need to hold an awful lot of light to. It's just the kind of the average price where, you know, in the bull run, we're going to go way above the fair market value. In the bear market, we come a long way below the fair market value. So I think what's useful to realize is that it's a good indicator of just how far away from the bull market we are. Because what this indicates is that we should, over a period of time, we should sort of move up, break through here, obviously have retracements, get to wherever we're going to get to. Then we're going to be at a point where we might be 100% over the fair market value. So the fair market value is only really an indicator of whether we're above or below, whether we're in kind of sub-bullish or plus bullish momentum. But it was interesting to see that that's where it was, because over the last few months that's been a lot lower. But as you can see, we're not going to move. I think it's going to take something special to get us out of this channel. Again, we're going to keep knocking at 44,000. We've got to break it, and if we do, 48,000 is the next target for me. But this is a good time to buy Bitcoin. If you don't really know that much about crypto, $44,000, $43,000, $40,000 for Bitcoin is a good price. If the market goes as expected and we hit $120,000, $160,000, $200,000 for Bitcoin, then you are still looking at a 3, 4, 5x of your money. And, you know, long gone are the days where you're going to do 1,000x on Bitcoin because it's too big. But it's a very healthy return. It beats everything in the stock market. It beats everything in bonds. It beats everything in property. And I'm not saying you put your life savings into it, but it's still going to be a good investment over the next 2, 3, 6, 10 years. Right, now the next bit of good news is Solana, which of course I am a huge fan of. Solana has flipped Arbitrum and Ethereum in DeFi volumes as the sole price eyes $120. And this is a magical price for Solana. We're going to go over the chart in a second. But we've had a couple of real key milestones on Solana in the last few weeks. We've had the Pyth launch, we've had the When meme coin launch, and this week we've had the Jupiter, the Jupe launch. That's pumped massive liquidity into Solana, and it is pushing Jupiter and Solana further and further up the charts. Volume, usage, all kinds of things. You know, we're now talking about Solana in the same breath as Ethereum, and you've got to remember Solana is only 46 billion, 49 billion, something like that. Ethereum is 230 billion, so there's a lot of scope for Solana to grow in like for like, in usage, in utility. There's a lot of opportunity there. One thing Solana doesn't have is it doesn't have the liquidity of Ethereum, and it's going to take a long time to get there. And it also doesn't have the revenue generating model of Ethereum because Solana is so much cheaper. So Ethereum has the liquidity, and it also has the income. Solana needs to reconsider how it generates its money and how it can best try and catch up with Ethereum. So Solana broke $100, and it didn't last. Obviously, we know it came down to $94, I think it was. Powell came in, kicked everybody in the nuts, told everybody we weren't getting any rate cuts, tried to basically dampen the market. Now, why would Powell do that? Why would Chairman Powell come in? We didn't really talk about it yesterday, but why did Chairman Powell come in and do that? Well, first of all, the more bearish he sounds, in my opinion, the more bullish it is. He cannot come out and say, listen guys, we're on the right track. Inflation is now at 1.8%. We've cracked it. What we're going to do is start dropping interest rates. Because what that's going to do is that's going to allow the markets to front run the rate cuts. That's going to heat up the economy again, and that's going to push inflation back up. And at the minute, businesses are not investing, they're not taking on staff, they're not buying new machinery, so it's keeping the demand on staff lower, it's keeping the demand on materials lower, it's keeping prices down. If they get a hint from Chairman Powell that the interest rates are going to start to fall and they front run it, we could be at 2.5% inflation again in March, and that will just delay. It's a little bit like at Christmas, if you have Christmas, where you really want the bike, and you say to your parents, oh, am I going to get the bike for Christmas? And your parents say, wait and see, wait and see. You have to be good, you're not going to get the bike. Now, you know deep down you're getting the bike, but you can't confirm you're getting the bike until Christmas Day. And that's Chairman Powell. Chairman Powell is like, yeah, we don't know, you have to be good, we have to keep inflation down. And then in March, he's going to flick his switch and there's going to be rate cuts. And the second that happens, the stock market, everything is going to rip. And that's what he can't be caught doing, is being overly bullish too soon. He has to be, the more hawkish he sounded this week, the better, because you know damn well that those rate cuts are coming. And he is screaming blue murder. We have to keep a lid on it. It's going to happen, and it's going to rip. From March, April, May, it is going to rip, and we're going to have an almighty 7 months towards the end of this year. And that coincides with the election, and it coincides with the Bitcoin halving. I was saying 6 months ago, 5 months ago, 4 months ago, we need to get all of our ducks in a row. What were the ducks? Low inflation, cutting interest rates, the Bitcoin halving, the ETFs, the election. What do we see now? We see Biden's going to lose the election. Interest rates are going to start coming down. Inflation is under control. We've got the ETFs. We've left with the halving. And that's going to happen in April. April 9th, April 20th, whatever it might be. And then we have got sails full of wind, and we could absolutely moon. Now, when I say absolutely moon, I don't mean $1 million Bitcoin. I mean 60, 70, $80,000 Bitcoin this year before the all-time high, which could push us even higher. So this is going to be a great 2024 and even better 2025. And this short-term volatility, 40,000, 41, 45,000, it's irrelevant. It's just going to take a little bit of time to run us up. In my opinion, we should be at $52,000 now. But of course, we've had the Vanguard issue, we've had the Grayscale issue. So just bear in mind, we are on the cusp of a breakout. And I think that's to the upside rather than the downside. Right, I'm just going to drop a box for you all. There we go. Now, remember, I said yesterday, these boxes aren't as big as they used to be because we've had, and I don't know whether the apps have changed, I don't know what's changed, but we've had 12 cents in tips in 2 weeks. And we can't afford to give out the bigger boxes on that. So who is in chat before we carry on and look at the price? Welcome, SR Gaming. Nice to see you. Hello, Kishan again. I know the scammers are just trying to... They fill the chat, make it very difficult for me to read comments. What I tell people to do is dual stream. So if there's something you really want to ask me, don't ask it in Binance chat because it's impossible. It's impossible to see these comments because there's so many spam shots. So if you have a question for me, ask it on YouTube and I'll get to it straight away. So Mags asked a question this morning. Kishan is in there. Hidden Agendas is in there. And the question of the day for those of you that are on YouTube is, are we going to hit $44,000 today? 50% have said yes so far and 50% have said no. So there you go. Right, so Solana had a bit of a dip. We're going to go and look at the chart. The Solana DeFi market share crossed 26% in January. Massively bullish. Absolutely massively bullish. The price forecast, bulls could target $120. We're going to go and have a look at that now. And we're going to go and see where we think Solana is going to go. And again, if you are looking for creating conservative bags that are going to do well, when I say a bag, it's a crypto term for a portfolio. So if you want to create a crypto portfolio that is going to do well in the bull run without taking too many risks, you need to look at these top tier coins. Ethereum, Bitcoin, Cardano, even Chainlink, which isn't in the top 10, XRP, which I know has had problems, but still very bullish on it, and Solana. All of these coins are top tier. Now, I've drawn this a long time ago, so you have to bear in mind that these charts are what we have said. And when you see this kind of action, the chart is right until it's wrong, or there's a breakout, or there's a breakdown. So we came down from $121, which is this fib level here. We've come all the way down. We've broken below this fib level. We didn't really pay any attention to it. We've touched that fib level there at $80, and that was on January the 23rd. Since then, we've moved up from $80 to $100. So that's a 25% move. And if you look now, we have just broken this fib level, which was 97.60. This line appears to be a very strong level of resistance. If you go back, we kind of used it as support there, maybe a little bit lower. We couldn't break it at any of these points. So if we do break it, where are we going to go to next? Now, they've quite rightly pointed out that they're going to target $120, and that's the next fib level up. And as you can see, That's where we hit back on Christmas Day and Boxing Day. We got back there. So that's where they're suggesting that we go back to. Now, there are more levels above there that we could look at. If you kind of go up over the daily charts, you can see there's a level about here, about $108, where we've kind of attacked it without really breaking out too many times. It's kind of about there. $108, $109 is kind of where we want to look at. But for me, if you've bought Solana at anywhere near $100, $80, $90 or $100, you've done exceptionally well. Because I think conservatively you're looking at $400 or $500 for Solana in the next bull run. I know a lot of people are saying $1,000, but conservatively we should be looking at a good 4 to 5x in Solana. That gives it a market cap of about 160, 180 billion, so not quite as large as Ethereum, but still, it's a good return. It's a good return on you. You've got to realize these 1,000x's that I've mentioned. Occasionally, somebody will get one on a meme coin or an altcoin that they've picked out. But when you're talking about balancing, protecting your money in crypto against gambling, 5 to 10xing your money is an incredible return with a conservative, as best as you can have a conservative approach in crypto. It's as conservative as you can get. So I am never going to come on here and say you need to go and put 40% of your money into Elon Musk coin. I'm never going to do that. I'm always going to tell you to put 95% of your money into top 10, top 20 coins. And if you want to have a gamble and take 3 or 4% of your portfolio and put it into meme coins or JUP or AI coins or gaming coins, do it, because that will keep you from tinkering with your main portfolio. So for me, Solana is looking very decent. This is a very nice curve. It's not too extreme. It looks quite good. We've still got a long way to go. So ideally, I think we could be doing this over the weekend. But again, I do not have a crystal ball. I could be wrong, and Brogan's TA is far better than mine. So we're going to move away from the charts. We're not going to do too many charts today. It's a Friday, and I'm really not that keen. Tomorrow, we're going to have a live stream from the office. Brogan is going to be on the stream as well, so he's going to do a lot more TA than we're going to do today. And it's going to be cameras. It's going to be full-on facial cameras. You're going to get to see us tomorrow from the office. It's probably my favorite stream of the week. And at the end of the show, I'm going to show you, we're going to have a giveaway next Wednesday night. So there's going to be a special stream next Wednesday night. It's not a paid for stream. It's just a giveaway stream where we get some tokens from a project that we like and we give it away. And next Wednesday is Step Finance. We like them. We like how it works. It's on Solana, so it's a buzz project at the minute. We're going to go through the project, give away some tokens, have a bit of a quiz, and have a bit of fun. Now, each month in crypto, if you are unaware, tokens are unlocked in projects. They're unlocked for investors. They're unlocked for the team. XRP unlocks, is it 1 billion tokens or 100 million tokens a month get unlocked on XRP? So it happens across most of the big chains. OP has them. I think Gala Games, a few of the big ones, they have unlocks. And what that can do is it can drop the price for about 5 or 6% around that time. So there are $1 billion worth of tokens being unlocked in February, which is, I think, a lot higher than in normal. So we've got Avalanche, Aptos, Sui are all going to have token unlocks. 2.6% of Avalanche. That's quite a lot. That's 340 million just on Avalanche alone. That's a big one. I hold Avalanche. I've got it staked. I'm not going to sell it. These things don't mean anything to me. But if you're looking to buy Avalanche, then the 22nd of February or thereabouts, you should see a price dip. You should see the price come down by 4 or 5%. And if crypto hasn't pumped to the moon by February the 22nd, that would be a good time to buy into that token. 8 million of these tokens are allocated to the team. foundation and strategic partners, that normally means some of them are sold. The other major unlocks for February include Aptos, which will release 7.36% of its circulating supply by February 11th. That's $230 million. These are big unlocks. The metaverse-related project Sandbox is set to unlock $95 million worth of tokens, which is 9% of the circulating supply to its company reserves, teams, and advisors. Now, one thing to bear in mind, it doesn't necessarily mean that every single one of these tokens is going to be sold on that day. It means that those tokens are unlocked, which means the team can withdraw them from the treasury. Now, what XRP tends to do with its 100 million tokens is some months it will take the 100 million tokens and just put it into the treasury and it won't touch them. Other months they might sell 10 million tokens. So the unlock doesn't mean there is going to be $95 million worth of sell pressure on this day on Sandbox. It means that the team, the advisors, receive that amount of money on this day. Now, in my opinion, the advisors are going to always sell. The team and the reserves are always going to sell a percentage and put the rest into the treasury. That's how I like to think it works. OP has got another $78 million unlocking. They unlock pretty much every month. SUI, again, $53 million. That's going to put some downward pressure on the price. And ApeCoin is, I don't know what's going on with ApeCoin. I mean, it missed its targets last year and it's been punished. Nobody is promoting ApeCoin very well at the minute, but we are going to talk about them at the end. We're going to talk about them with Serum City. Galaxy will unlock $10 million in digital assets. So there's a lot of token unlocks. It does affect the price. I'd be lying if I said it didn't. And it will affect some of these prices on some of these chains more than it will unlock. Now, I'm going to take you over to DeFi Llama. And yes, it has a strange name. And I know that a lot of you are new to crypto. My advice would be don't go near DeFi Llama if you don't know anything about it. What I would suggest you do is go and look at the website and don't get confused. So don't click on everything on the left-hand side and just get baffled by it, because a lot of it is just raw data presented in a table. And the reason I brought up DeFi Llama isn't to show you the unlocks. The unlocks are just there. You can see other unlocks that haven't been mentioned in the article, like Immutable X is in here, Rarible is in here. Which other ones? Aptos is down here. DYDX has got unlocked. So all the coins are in here. It gives you a breakdown of what is being unlocked, but that's not the reason why we are on DeFi Llama. The reason we're on DeFi Llama is for the next topic, and it's the title of the show, which is called Airdrop Tips. Now, this is the bit where I don't want to say I told you so. That's what I'm not going to do, because that's not fair. But this is where I go. So if I go to my channel for a second, or our channel, should I say, it's not my channel, you will see that down here, last night, I made a Camino airdrop video. So we have a Telegram group, and people ask questions. How much do I stake? How much do I trade? What do I do here? What do I do there? And we try and make as many videos, helpful videos as possible. So the When token airdrop, Jupiter yield and price, Camino airdrop help, Bonk, best Solana wallets, Coin Ledger. Brogan does his TA on different coins. Beam. I've done a C farming, airdrop farming video. Some scams that we found. We make a lot of educational videos to try and help you out and try and help you to front run some of these airdrops. Now, this is the key here. So on the left hand side under DeFi, you have a section called airdrops, and these are tokenless protocols. So these are protocols that don't currently have airdrops. Now, there's a massive, great big list, and it's going to absolutely baffle you. I understand that. Now, what you can do is you can clear and you can pick a blockchain using this menu up here, filter by chain. So what this shows you, if I make it this big, if I make it, there we go. Right. So this shows you the projects on Solana that don't currently have their own token. So immediately, you and I and most of the people who look at these things are going to realize that some of these are going to have their own airdrop. Case in point, Camino, which is the one I've made the video about. It's there for everybody to see. An 8.5 minute video, how to farm Camino Finance for the airdrop. It's currently the second largest by TVL on Solana. MarginFi is another one that I've been looking at. Drift, I haven't looked at. Jupiter has had its airdrop. Jupiter Perpetuals is still on this list. This list isn't necessarily updated on an hourly basis, so don't expect it to be 100% up to date. Again, Camino is listed down there. The point of this is that you can go to a chain and you can say, okay, show me everything on the BSC chain that hasn't got an airdrop. Order it by TVL just to have a look. Portal is on 24 chains. CakePie, RadPie. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean they're all going to have airdrops. You need to take an educated bet on which is your favorite chain. My favorite chain at the moment happens to be Solana, but remember, there are other chains. So Sui, for example, Sui, all the rage at the minute. These are all the projects on Sui. So if you have Sui tokens and you want to go and potentially earn a future airdrop on Sui, you could go to Scallop Lend, you could go to one of these dexes, Deepbook, Aftermath, and you could trade on these platforms via your Sui wallet with your Sui or USDC or whatever you've got, and create a footprint of your wallet on these individual platforms. Now, again, in this video, which I'm not going to show you, I'm not going to play it, don't worry. I want to show you one thing, and it's called multi-farming, I think I called it in the video. Let me just get through this for a second. I want to show you one thing that I brought up. I'm going to try and show it you visually, which is here. Okay, so multi-yield I called it. Now what I mean by multi-yield is, if you have $100 and you want to farm Camino Finance for its own token, which it's currently launched, beginning of January it launched, and you put that $100, let's say it's $100 of Solana, and you put that into the Sol MSol pair, you will get the income from the liquidity pool, you will get the MSol value appreciation because it goes up in value, you get the M&D rewards, which are on the screen here. For holding MSol, you get an additional token, and you generate Camino points. So that is what you will do with some of these. So if you go to Scallop Lend, which is on Sui, and you put your 100 Sui into Scallop Lend and you lend it out, you will earn interest on the tokens that you lend. You will earn the token appreciation for holding Sui. Just by holding the Sui, you'll get that. And you'll build up a footprint with Scallop Lend. So you're earning 3 times for one action. In some instances, you can earn 4 times from one action, because a lot of these liquidity pools do a boost where it will give you additional rewards for staking with them. So the point of showing you this page is not to promote Camino Finance or Scallop. I don't know Scallop from any other sea-related creature. The point here is that you can do your own research, and this is another one of those mysterious things. You go to watch your favorite YouTuber, and he'll say to you, go and buy Elon Musk coin, and you go and buy it, and it falls to 0. And you say, hang on, you told me to buy Elon Musk coin. And he'll say, yeah, but you need to do your own research. So that doesn't really help you. DeFi Llama allows you to do your own research, especially with airdrops. You can pick any chain you want on here. You can even go for the big dog, which is Ethereum. And you can see that Sumify, Spark, Blast, these projects don't have their own token. Could they have an airdrop? More than likely. If you've got Ethereum or Ethereum-based assets, go and check them out. Go and see if it's anything you want to use. Ethereum's very expensive to use, I know, transaction fees and all that, but go and check them out. So that's my big tip for doing your own research into airdrops. It's something you should look at. So there we go. That's my airdrop thing. Now, the last thing we're going to do, and we're actually on time, 11:45. We're going to look at Serum City, which is the mutant ape game. Now, obviously, mutant apes, bored apes, all the usual type of things, they've kind of fallen by the wayside. Not many people talk about them anymore. I did think about buying a mutant ape when it got to $7,500, and I just didn't bother. But I think Yuga Labs, I think mutant apes, bored apes, CryptoPunks, Cyberpunks, whatever, I can never remember the name. I think they are always going to hold some kind of value. The reason that ApeCoin got trashed last year was they didn't hit any targets. They promised a metaverse very similar to Fortnite. It never appeared, still in development. And they've been releasing these games, these mini games, on and off now for about a year and a bit. So this is the latest one, Serum City. City builder game. Serum City is now live, and holders of Bored Ape NFTs and more can claim a free Ethereum pass. And there they are, the beautiful looking mutant apes. It's a city building game that utilizes NFT assets from Yuga Labs and other collections. Is now available to play. However, you'll need an access pass, and only certain NFT project holders can claim one for now. Novel Labs and Faraway have launched the game, which was first revealed last April, with the first season of gameplay available to these pass holders. Does it actually show the game if we put this up? Nope, that's advert. People who own the NFTs from the Mutant Hounds, Mutant Cartel, Oath, Bored Ape Yacht Club, and Mutant Ape Yacht Club collections can now claim and mint an access pass. The mint is free, although users will have to pay normal Ethereum network gas fees, which is about $15 bleeding. It's not even free. So again, one of the reasons Ethereum has a problem is it's just expensive to do small things. The developers previously told Decrypt's GG that their plan is to open up access over time, with each new season of in-game content gradually adding more eligible players. The aforementioned projects span 39,000 individual NFTs that are currently eligible for the passes. Is this going to show us the game? Let's have a look. Very cute. Very cute indeed. Again, I'm not going to play the sound. I don't want to be copyright struck on a video. But it looks very nice. Again, I'm not going to promote Bored Ape or Mutant Ape. They are very expensive. Even Mutant Apes, which are the offshoot, are still tens of thousands of dollars. But if you've got one, fantastic. Serum City is built around Ethereum NFTs and uses ApeCoin as its in-game currency. The game spotlights Mutant Ape characters. It's not developed by Bored Ape. Rather, it's an independent project. Although it's not an official Yuga project, co-developer Faraway is now working closely with them on its own game project. I think this is nice, but it's niche. It's nice, but niche. So although the graphics are exceptional, although the polish is great, it's just, you know what I mean? It's not going to really get 100, 200, 500,000 people playing the game. but it's still not a bad thing to have in the ecosystem. Now, what we're going to do now is we've done the show. We've got about 10 or 15 minutes to do a bit of a quiz. I'm going to bring up the Bitcoin chart. Hopefully we haven't crashed in the time that we've been on the stream. And then we'll ask some questions and give out some free crypto. Hopefully we're still about 43,000. There we go, 43.1. Make sure that's on the screen in front of you. Can you see the price on the screen? Let's have a look. No, let me move it that way a little bit. There we go. 43,110 we are right now. And remember, very importantly, as well as following us on Binance, please make sure to go and check us out on YouTube as well. We make educational videos. We make videos based on our opinions. We don't make videos based on paid promotions. We also have a members area where we give you specific information about specific projects, as well as giving out free videos for everybody else to watch. So make sure to go and check us out on YouTube. Right, let us crack on with the quiz. Let me just refresh the app and then we will start. So for those of you that have never been here before, we do a quiz at the end of the show. The show can sometimes be a little bit, what's the word, thick, deep, I suppose you want to call it. So we just have a bit of fun at the end, give out some free crypto, and away we go. Right. And the other thing I'm going to do in a minute is I'm going to show you the giveaway show. I'm going to bring that up in a second as well. But first of all, let's start the quiz. And start from here. And you have to bear in mind, this is not the quickest thing in the world because I have to enter everything manually. So there's time for me to do my conversation about things while I'm doing the quiz because, like I say, I have to type everything in manually. Now remember, if I type 2 answers in, you need to type the answers in as I have entered them. So if I type, for example, in this case, what is the Bitcoin all-time high? I have given you 2 options, 69k or 100k. What you need to do is type 69k or 100k into chat. Don't make up your own number. Don't miss out the K off the end, and make sure it's all in lowercase, and then you're going to win. Right, so while you're doing that, I'm going to bring up this. Where is it? Have I not added it in here? Oh, I've not added it. Okay. Okay, I'll add it for next time. So tomorrow I'll tell you a little bit about the giveaway. Next Wednesday, we are doing a giveaway for Step Finance. We have got, I don't know how many tokens, 100, 150 tokens that we're going to give away for free on the stream. So all you have to do is watch. You will need to type your name into the YouTube chat so Brogan can add you to the giveaway. I can't use the Binance chat because it's full of spam. I can't read people's names, and to be honest, it's too dangerous to do that because we're going to miss people. People will get annoyed, and I don't want that. So all you need to do is, when we stream on Wednesday night, it will be on Binance and YouTube. Go and type a message onto the YouTube chat, and we will enter you into the draw. Now, 36 people got that right. Of course, it was $69,000, not 100,000. Sub-Zero, you are correct. Warmaster C, Cyberpunk Danny, P4 Revenue. Ismailio, congratulations. Eagle Wings, well done. Who else? Tulis Giannis, well done. That was a mouthful today. Ruble, congratulations. $69,000. What do I think of Wexo token? I have never heard of it. I have never heard of Wexo token. I will check it out after the stream. Let's go and have a look. Okay, next. We are not going to give out BNB on the stream. It's not what we're doing. It's not how it works. This is supposed to be a quiz. We're giving out SHIB. Don't ask for BNB. Don't ask for Bitcoin, because that's not what we do. And if you do want to come into chat and constantly ask for free money, please go and watch somebody else. I'm not interested. I get 1,000 messages a stream asking for $10, $50, $100, 1 Bitcoin, 1 BNB, 1 Ethereum. Go away. It's not what we're here for. Next question. Now, I'm asking you approximations. And of course, this isn't the exact price that Ethereum got to, but the Ethereum all-time high, was it roughly $4,000 or was it roughly $12,000? What was the Ethereum all-time high? I'll have a look at that after the stream. So I will have a look after the stream, see what I think. So the Ethereum all-time high, was it 4,000 or 12,000? I know it wasn't exactly this number, but I'm not going to type in precise numbers. It's going to give the game away. So if I said, what's the all-time high of Ethereum? Is it $3,898 or is it $12,000? You're all going to know what the answer is. So it's approximations, and most of you are getting it right anyway. Let's see how the poll is doing. So the poll today was, are we going to hit $44,000 today? Yes, 43%. No, 57%. Well, that's a kick in the teeth, isn't it? 42 correct answers. Excellent. Who got that right? Lucha got that one right. Path of the Brave got that one right. R4 Revenue again. Warmaster C. Kishan, congratulations. Wolf Alpha Eagle Wings. Mags, congratulations. Ismielio got that one right. Kondratum. And Adnan, congratulations. Well done to you all. 42 of you got that one right. It was 4,000, by the way. It wasn't 12,000. It could very well hit, by the way. It could very well hit 12,000 in the next bull run. It could very well hit 12,000. I think if it gets to 10,000, I will be more than happy with Ethereum in the next bull run. Remember, it's deflationary. Remember, it's now proof of stake, not proof of work. It's a deflationary asset. The more usage on the network at the minute, the more Ethereum is burnt. Denken will probably temper that down a little bit. But at 120 million tokens, we're probably not going to see any more than that in the future. The price can only go one way. When demand goes up and supply stays the same or drops, price can only go one way. The same with Bitcoin. With the halving, the supply far outseeds demand. Remember, the ETFs now own 3.3% of all the Bitcoin, and they've done that in 3 weeks. Where are we going to be in 3 months, in 3 years' time? Next question. Now remember, this is case sensitive. So if I ask you this question and you type the L lowercase, you will not win. It's not my decision, it's the way the app was built. So Solana, is Solana a layer 1 or is Solana a layer 2? All you need to do is type L1 or L2. All you got to do. Thank you for that comment, Kishan. Greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated indeed. And you know what? You know, it used to be more fun. The stream used to be so much more fun before the bots arrived. I used to have a good chat with Kishan. I used to have a good chat with Tariq, Solo Sky, Andy, Sui. Everybody used to come in the chat. We used to have a great time. We used to talk to people. And now I can't see anybody's comments. Which is an absolute travesty. Because, again, a lot of people make a lot of videos on Binance, and a lot of them are just recorded videos that they play. And I understand why they do it. I'm not knocking them for that. But I'm really here. I'm really on the other end of this microphone talking to you every day at 11 o'clock. And it would just be nice to be able to have your questions, answer your questions, without having to scroll up via 50 scam messages every 1 minute. Adil is here. Not seen you for quite a few days. Hamza, Crypto, Cyberpunk Danny, Anonymous User, ACM, Byjoy, Magic, Sir, and Everon. Congratulations. Is Melilo? I don't know why you didn't get a box, but if you typed the L as a lowercase, having been told to type it as an uppercase, then I cannot be held responsible. Let me have a look. Yeah, you typed it in lowercase. It has to be in uppercase. I said it had to be in uppercase. You typed it in lowercase, and that's why you didn't win. If you don't listen to me, you won't win. Mohammed, welcome. What I find annoying is that the bots, there's multiple accounts of bots and they all type the same message at the same time. That's what annoys me. So we have BZ, we have Moni, we have a few other people, and they all just type the same thing simultaneously. Learning is earning. I hope, you know what? I like that motto, Kishan. That's a great motto. Learning is earning. Right, I'll ask you one more question. I'm going to go and make a video, I think. I made a video last night about the Camino points. Also, to help us out, please make sure you follow us. We are on Telegram, we are on YouTube, and we are most certainly on Binance. So please make sure to follow us on all of our channels, because we are trying to get to 100,000 followers. I think we're now at 91,500. So we're really closing in now on 100,000, and we're going to have to try and find some way of getting you guys a special giveaway for the 100,000 show. We don't know what it's going to be, but we'll do something. Right, next and last question. And again, because we stream on Binance, I can ask this question with impunity. CZ's number for FUD. So CZ, the late great CZ, used to hold his hand up on Twitter and exclaim his disbelief at the FUD that was being spread about crypto and about Binance. What was CZ's number for FUD? It's just a number. For those of you that don't know, FUD is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. There was a lot of hit pieces, paid for by Sam Bankman-Fried, might I add, about Binance, about other crypto exchanges, and CZ would go onto Twitter, hold up his hand, show you a number, and off he would go. And yeah, we do miss him. I do miss him on Twitter. He is he was one of the personalities. Now, clearly, he's been told to stay away from Twitter. He's been told to stay away from promoting crypto. So, wow. We've got 84 correct answers to this question. 90 correct answers. We haven't had 90 correct answers in months. I'm not going to be able to read all these names out. Congratulations to you all. You know what? I'll ask you one more question. Since there was 90 answers, I'm going to ask you another one. Why the devil not? This is the last question. And then I'm going to go, as I said, I'm going to try and make another video today. We do have a delivery at 1 o'clock. so I don't know whether I'm going to manage it. We shall see. We shall see. I've got to make a members video as well. Right then, so in lowercase, so this goes out to all the people that didn't listen to me before. In lowercase, what is the surname of the owner of X? And he will have a big year in crypto. Okay, let's try that again for the third time. There we go. What is the surname of the owner of X? All you've got to do is type his surname only, into chat. So what is the surname of the chap who owns X? That one flattened everybody. See, now we've only got 40 correct answers. This app is so in need of an update. It really is. Thank you, Mags. Remember, if Kishan, Mags, Tariq, Jason, any of the OGs, if you've got anything you want me to make a video about, just ask in Telegram. Just go and add a comment in Telegram. Can you look at this project? Can you look at that project? Or can you look at this price? And we'll just make a video. It only takes us an hour or two to make a video. It doesn't take us all day. 71 of you got that one right. Incredible. Path of the Brave. Well done. Alex, War Master C, congratulations to all. Right, I am going to drop a follow box. What's it called? Comment to win box. I'm going to drop a comment to win box now. I'm only going to drop it for a few minutes because I want to get cracking with some videos. So claim this box. I think it only takes 3 minutes. Mohammed, welcome to the stream. Just arrived as I am going off. Remember, there are ways you can help us without tipping us. That's important. We do have a membership scheme. We do accept tips. But we also understand that a lot of people can't. So to help us out, follow us on Binance. First and foremost, the most important thing is following us on Binance. The second thing is go over to our Crypto Warehouse channel and follow us on there. We would love to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We are currently on 3,300 and something, but we're adding probably 600, 700 subscribers a month. Now, you work that out over 11, 7,000. We're going to probably get somewhere near it. But if you could help us out, follow us on YouTube. We make videos. We literally tell you on here how to get free money. We literally tell you in all of these videos how to get free money. Whether it be Say, whether it be Jupiter, whether it be Camino, we tell you how to get free money. So please make sure to check us out on YouTube and add us. We are streaming tomorrow at 11 o'clock. So if you can, join us tomorrow. We're going to be on camera. We're going to be streaming from the office. Please give us a follow and I will see you all in the morning. A big thank you to all the comments that I managed to see, should I say. So Mohammed, Mags, Kishan, Hidden Agendas. Who else was in chat today? Adil was here. Big thank you to you all. I'll see you all in the morning, bright and early. Take care. Have a great Friday. Remember, it's Friday. Remember to go outside, look at the sky, try and catch some UFOs on camera, enjoy walking through grass, and just have a nice, relaxing start to the weekend. Take care.